Hey guys, it's ItsJPwnAge here, and today I'm going to be doing my first gameplay review of Horizon, who plays for Team SV, and he has sent in this replay of his 2v2 competitive game, and I'm going to be recording this all in one go, and unfortunately I don't have the webcam because my recording messed up a little bit, and so I had to use a different program. So I do have the audio, but sadly I don't have a webcam for this one, and I'll be looking to get this fixed in the future. So in the meantime, we'll just have my voice and we'll have the gameplay. Now, some stats about Horizon before we get into this one. He has let me know that he is Rising Star Division 2 in 1s, he is All-Star Division 1 in 2s, Rising Star Div 5 in 3s, and Challenger Elite Div 5 in solo 3s. And he said he's good at defending when he plays 3s with his friends, and if someone's back, he usually spends a lot of time in defense waiting for the ball to come his way, and he starts to try and get a counter, and that's what he believes he's really good at. And he thinks that he needs to work on more challenging the ball, and he always gives people a lot of space and loses a lot of 50-50s. And he says he's a defensive and cautious player, and he's not very aggressive at all. So we hopefully will be able to see a lot of examples of this in this video, and hopefully be able to sort of point out some things that he can do a little bit better and see if he can improve his game over time. So we'll get into this replay now, and we'll get underway. And here's spawned off the kickoff. And I believe here he will go for boost. I haven't watched this video before, guys, as well, so I'm watching it just as you are. Now, he does have full boost here. He should have gone up for that one, and he does get the challenge in time, which is good. He should have waited, and that's what he does there as well. And now he's going to wait and pick up this middle boost. Possibly stole it off his teammate. Bit of an ambitious arrow here, but it will work out for him. A nice shot. Coming out for Horizon. He doesn't need my gameplay analysis. Absolutely killing it. So, Horizon spawning off the kickoff again. Will choose to go for the back corner boost. Can possibly cheat up a little bit on that one instead of going for the boost if he wanted to. Poor error from him, but also a bit of a lack of communication between his teammates there. And Naturalize putting in a good shot, and it's just missed outside. Now, as you can see here now, Horizon's playing very defensively. His teammate is pushed up. He should be pushing out a lot more than what he is now, even though it looks like his teammate doesn't need it. But yeah, he's sitting very far back in the field. When your teammates are attacking, you should be up on the opposite side of the field, especially when he hit it off that wall on the right hand side there. Should have been up there ready to get the rebounds, and possibly could have got a goal a little bit earlier. A challenge should have faked that one out, just because he was already a lot closer to the ball than you, so you should have just driven at it, turned around and got ready for the save, because that was a bit of a reaction save and could have made it a little bit easier for yourself if you just had turned around and waited for him to hit it back. Again, he had to pick up boost here, but this is right, he's back. Now, this is a little bit of a risky area. One, because his teammate was up all the way in the corner. And also because, obviously, he's flying from a long way away. The other team's a lot closer to the ball than what he is. And again, he's sitting pretty far back, playing very passively. He's right into his teammate, so I'm not quite sure whether they were in Discord communications or not for this one, but he's hit his teammate twice already and stolen a couple of his boosts in the ball and things like that. Good long shot from them. And with 3 minutes 30 to go, they are up 3-0. I am not 100% sure what the end score to this one is. Now, with that kickoff, it worked out because the other teammate missed the ball. But if you actually land on the ball, it's going to pinch a lot worse than if you land before the ball and front flip into it. So something to think about there is actually front flipping a little bit earlier, landing before the ball, and then being able to front flip into the ball, get a lot more power as well, and it will stop the ball sort of maybe pinching over your car or underneath you and potentially losing a goal. Good defense coming out from Horizon. He should go back to net, and he's staying facing backwards, which is good. Shouldn't have turned towards there, because now it's a lot harder to defend. It was a good save, but if you actually face backwards during defense, it makes it easier to turn into the ball. Whereas if they hit it behind you and you're facing towards the ball, it makes it a little bit harder. But they're doing well so far. Got a good lead. A little bit of a misplay there. He's just driven up the goal, but that's alright. And he should be pushing up this teammate out, and made the smart decision to fall back. He saw this teammate didn't clear it all the way out, so well done to him. That's a poor challenge there, and that should be a goal to the orange team. Possibly could have actually saved that. You should have definitely been front flipping, boosting back. It looked like you had the boost, so definitely don't, especially in a ranked game, or even if you're going to play a competitive game, like in your 3v3 team, definitely don't fly back like that, because teammates can, your opposition can always mess things up all the time, so just be ready for them to completely miss it. Which he did that. He took a while to get that goal in, so. And probably didn't need to jump there at the ball. Should have just driven out and jumped at the last second, because you jumping really early like that, if they're a good enough player, they're going to be able to see that you're jumping and just dribble it straight underneath you. and his teammate has missed the ball. He shouldn't have gone up for that aerial just because it wasn't scoreable. And he will do exactly what he's done there and actually pass the ball effectively straight to them. Should have just stayed on the ground. You had the time. The defense was off to the left, and you could have just waited for the ball to drop down on the ground and then be able to dribble it. And an interesting clear. Didn't quite get the height that he wanted onto it. Shouldn't attack this one, should wait, and he does. So good work to him. It's a good pass across to Naturalize. Good pass into the center now. And sadly for him, he believed in his teammate, but unfortunately in situations like that, you can't believe in your teammate to actually beat necessarily in a 50-50 unless you can see them physically winning it. If they're going to meet in a 50-50 and the ball's going to pinch out a random way, then you want to just retreat back. You were caught out a little bit there. I couldn't obviously tell how much boost you had, but should have probably just retreated back as soon as you saw that he was going for that 50-50. You might have been able to get back to save it. And here, I wouldn't challenge personally in the corners, and I don't like to challenge the enemy in the corners a lot unless I know that I'm going to beat them in that 50-50, just because they have the advantage. They're coming away from their goals, pushing it out, whereas you don't have a lot of momentum. You're sort of waiting for the ball to come to you. Good long shot there, but yeah, I personally let them, you know that they're going to clear it down that side, and especially being in, I think you said you were in an all-star rank, being an all-star, they're going to sort of just clear it straight down the side. They're not going to try and cross it across the field, things like that. So if you just wait down the side there, they're going to pass it straight to you, then you can get a nice chip off the crossbar, and hopefully your teammate should be able to get it off the back. And that is a misplay there. What you should have done there is actually just stayed on the ground, let the ball hit the wall, and then go for it. You don't want to try and hit it before it hits the wall, because as you can see, the opposition was pretty far back, so you had the time. And again, just meeting the ball a little bit too late on that one. If you had to hit it a little bit early, you want to punch it forward nice and low, get a nice half volley onto it. And this is a good center for Naturalize, but Danvers was in game now. If we see here, they're obviously clearing it straight down the side that you wanted. It's a good challenge. And your teammate did the right thing by coming in to steal that one. It's a little bit risky, though. I personally would have stayed out of it, especially when you see your teammate sort of fighting in the corner with the opposition as well. I like to stay out of it. And 20 seconds left. They've got a 2-goal lead. It's looking pretty good for Horizon at this stage. He's still been a little bit passive throughout this whole game, like he said in his comments to me. And in defense as well, you need to, as you said, he gives his teammate a lot of space, and you can definitely see that now. He's sitting pretty far back. I'd be up sort of in the middle. If he had been in the middle there, probably would have had a better chance to score that one. It was a good shot, but sadly put it off to the left, and the ball hit the ground, and that will be time. So we'll just pause that right there. So in terms of things that I've seen from that game, from Horizon, definitely needs to push up more. Try and get up on the other side opposite to your teammate, because he's going to be centering that in. If they get it clear, that opposition usually clears it the same way that the ball's going. So if Naturalize was hitting it in from the right, then they're going to clear it usually the other way. And if you're there waiting, you can get a nice dunk on them. And you'll get a lot of goals like that where you're able to read the ball really easily and just get a nice dunk on them when they get it clear. Another thing is definitely don't challenge when Naturalize is challenging, or whoever your teammate may be. Definitely stay back a little bit. And if they're going to meet in a 50-50, you want to make sure you're getting back behind them, because you don't know which way the 50-50 is going to go. And if you can see that they're easily winning a 50-50, you want to push up straight away. If they've got a nice distance from their teammate, push up straight away. Your teammate should hopefully look to clear and pass it to you. Apart from that, pretty solid work from you guys. You won, what was it, 5-3, so really good work from you guys. Overall, pretty decent player. You can probably get a little bit higher than All-Star, in my opinion. Definitely try and play with the same people over and over again, and that's how I usually climb up ranks. You just play with the same people over and over again, you get used to how they play, you start to work together, your communications start flowing. And it looks, once you guys got your rhythm in that game as well, you guys are able to pick it up a little bit more, and it will start to sort of not run into each other as much, not steal each other's boosts, things like that. So apart from that, really good work from you, Horizon. Thank you for submitting your video. And if anyone else wants to submit a video, feel free to jump into my Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below. All the details are there in my Discord in the replay submission chat. Alright guys, that will wrap up this video. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like down below. And if you didn't, leave a dislike and let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to make plenty more like this in the future. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well to find out when we upload all of our new videos here on Mocket TV. And of course, check out the description below where I'll have all of my social media details, like my Twitch, where I live stream at least once a day, as well as my Twitter, which will let you know when I go live. And make sure you check out Mocket's social media as well. That will all be in the description below. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I have been ItsJPwnAge, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.